Now, I was actually debating on making this video or not because it's going to be a long video and I'm going to give you guys a lot of information. But if you enjoyed this video, drop a like and subscribe if you're not new. But I wanted to talk about if you want to start a YouTube channel or if you just want to get a camera. Basically, if you want to just get a camera or do whatever you want with a camera. It's not as easy as it sounds just buying a camera, because you would need a lot more things than just the camera itself. When I got into this, I thought I would just need the camera and that's it, but turns out you actually need a lot of things. And this might be a very long video, so I'm gonna get into a lot of things. So basically, you would need a filter for your camera lens. The most important thing will probably be a filter for your camera lens, so the lens on your camera does not crack or break or crack, basically. Second thing is that gonna need some kind of mic, like a Rode. I recommend Rode mics. The Rode mic Go isn't that good because it has some static problems with it, like it will not work if you have your Wi-Fi on or if you have your Bluetooth on your phone or stuff like that. So I didn't go with the Rode Mic Go. I got the Rode Mic Pro and the Pro Plus. So yeah, good thing with the Rode Mic Pro Plus is it's got a it's got a rechargeable battery, so that's a good thing. The other thing that you guys are gonna need is a camera bag, and yeah, because the cameras are very fragile, and yeah, you're gonna have to clean your camera. You're gonna need cleaning equipment as well for cleaning your lenses and cleaning the sensor inside the camera. And there's a special way to do that. So you're gonna need some equipment to do all that stuff. You're gonna probably need a camera stand, which I would recommend Manfrotto, which is I've got a Manfrotto camera stand here. You would probably would like to pick up a Gorilla Pod. Gorilla Pods are really important. Actually, not that important, but they are good for if you haven't got a tripod like my Manfrotto here. Just get a Gorilla Pod. Lenses, the lenses that I would recommend if you're starting out, if you have a SLR, I would recommend getting the 24mm lens, which is called the pancake lens, and that's a really good lens. The second one I would probably recommend is the 50mm, which they call it the Nifty 50, and that's a good lens. I haven't got these two lenses, but that's a good lens for a blurred background, so you have a bokeh effect in your background when you're making videos. This camera comes with the 18 to 55mm lens, which is the kit lens. So I actually got the Canon SL2, which is a 200D, and I've got the Canon T7i, which is the 800D. The next thing you'll probably need is a lot of batteries, because these batteries die quickly, so you're gonna need a couple of batteries. You're gonna need a lot of SIM cards. I would recommend 64GB SIM cards are really good. 32GB is good too, but I've got two 64GB SIM cards and two 32s. Lens hoods. Lens hoods are really good to and all the things that I'm recommending right now is actually the things that I have, and I will be talking about things that I do not have. Yeah, the next thing I would recommend is a lens hood for your camera lenses. It blocks the sun, blocks the light from the lens, so you can get a really good clear shot. The next thing I would recommend is lighting gear. Back to the lenses that I would recommend you guys getting. I lost track of my thought right now. We talked about 24mm and the 50mm. The 18 to 135 is a good lens. It's a really good zoom lens. It actually captures like the 18mm is really good, so it captures like this, like what you guys are seeing right now. It captures my face and the whole thing. But 135 is like it really zooms pretty far out to 135mm. Next lens I would recommend you guys getting is a 10 to 18 millimeter, which is a ultra wide lens. It basically does an effect where it looks like you have um, a full frame sensor, a full frame DSLR type of thing. So it's good to have a wide angled lens. The next one that I would recommend is the 55 to 50 millimeter lens, and these are all basic lenses from Canon. These are all EFS lenses, and yeah, these are all lenses for crop sensor camera. So if you guys have a crop sensor camera, it's good. But for these lenses, EF lenses are for full frame DSLRs. What cameras would I recommend you guys get if you guys are starting off? You guys are kind of on a budget, and if you guys are on a budget, I would recommend the G7X, Canon G7X Mark II is out now. So yeah, I would recommend. That's kind of the lowest budget of a mirrorless camera that you'll probably get from Canon, is the Canon G7X Mark II, or you can get the Mark One. But yeah. Next up from that mirrorless would be Canon EOS R, which is actually really expensive. EOS RP is okay. It's not that good, but it's not one of my. They're new. They're like a year old now, and they're making the R2. I think right now, they're making the R2. I think that's what it's called. They're making another version of the EOS R. I'm not really much into mirrorless cameras, but for DSLRs, I would recommend the 200D, which is the one I'm filming with right now. I would recommend the T7i, which is 800D. I would recommend the 80D, the 70D. They're really good cameras. I would recommend the 90D, which is just came out last year, which is new. It's really good. It's got a full frame. It's got a full frame 4K recording in 4K. But yeah. And it shoots 1080p in 60 frames, 30 frames, and 24 frames. We got the these are old DSLRs. We got the 5D, the 6D. The 6D Mark II is a good camera because it's got a flip out screen, but people do not say it's really good for recording videos, but it's a good photography camera. So yeah, 5D Mark. All the 5Ds are good. I don't really know about the 5Ds as much, but the 5D Mark. The Mark III or Mark IV, I'm not really sure where they're up to, but they're good. The 1DX is a really good camera, but that is freaking expensive. That's like the most expensive DSLR camera, and it's kind of old too. But they've made the Mark II and the Mark III right now. The Mark III is the newest version. I think I said this before, but you really do need cleaning equipment for your cameras, so you can clean the lenses on your cameras, and you can also manually clean your sensor in the camera. Oh yeah, and this is another mirrorless camera I just remembered right now. The M50 is a good mirrorless camera as well. It's in the middle between the G7X and the EOS R, so yeah, it's the little brother to those two cameras. It's in the middle. You got the G7X, the M50, then the EOS R. So yeah, the M50 is a good camera. It's got 1080p, 60 frames, and 30 frames. It shoots 4K, but at a crop censored. It shoots 4K at a crop. So basically, that when it's at 4K, the sensor crops, and you guys get like a zoom like this. Basically, that's 4K if you get the camera. But it's really not that good. I wouldn't recommend it for 4K. I would recommend it for 1080p. 1080p it shoots like this. Like this is 18 millimeters. So and the downside thing to the G7X is that it does have a tilt screen, but it tilts up. And if you have a shotgun mic, which a Rode Mic Pro, Rode Mic Pro Plus, or Rode Mic Go, or the Rode Mic Pro, microphones. Um, yeah, if you the flip screen, pardon me. Okay. If the flip, if you flip up the screen only flips up. It doesn't flip out to the side like an SLR. It flips it up. So if you attach the shotgun mic to the camera and you flip up the screen, you won't be able to see yourself and you won't be able to see the settings and all that stuff. So yeah, that's the same with the M50, the G7X, and yeah, that's about it. The OSR does have a tilt screen that tilts to the side, like SLRs. Yeah, I just wanted to make this video just to share you guys some information that you probably would not even know. So yeah. With that being said, Linus, I hope you did enjoy the video. Um, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And stay awesome.